Hello, welcome to the cold open here. As we can see, I'm in a different place today. It's like at this point, why do I even bother booking the rooms? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Also, just had the most awkwardest, if that's a word, encounter with the person in my room that was in my recording room. I opened the door and it was just so awkward. Like, it was just so embarrassing because he didn't even say anything. I just opened the door and closed it and ran. Um, so yeah. So we're in my room. First pod. Actually, this isn't the first pod in the room. If you listen to my quick rant from last week, I was in my room. Pero. Oh my god. I never put the intro song. Wait, I literally just like had a whole moment right now of me forgetting to put the intro song in the last episode. Am I crazy? Oh no, I did. I trust myself. Okay, anyways, but yeah, we're in my room. Very nice. I would do a fit check, but we're kind of confined to my bed in what this camera angle can do for me. But I'm wearing this Hollister, is that the brand? Hollister sweater. Some ripped jeans, rips in the knee, if you will. Um, I was wearing a belt, but I took that off because there's no reason for me to have a belt sitting in bed right now. And yes, back to my notes that I had. Oh, breakfast check. I don't know. Something about the taste of my breakfast today just like hurt me. Like I had a bagel and I didn't want to be this is why I can't stand my life, but like I didn't want to be the person who grabs the last bagel just because like I physically can't do that. Um and so yeah, so the bagel I wanted was the last one in the thing and I just like can't, as it is said, what is that? As it is said, I can't do that. So I grabbed a like whole grain bagel, thinking that would do it for me, and it didn't do it for me. Uh, so that's where I'm at. And then the sausage that I had was just like not good either. The potatoes not good. So I literally ate just like half of everything I put on my plate, not even like 30% of what I put on my plate. And then I had yogurt and orange juice and then I just walked back here. I was a little happy when I was coming back. Um and yes, I forgot to do something. But yeah, that's all I have for this cold open. So let's just run that intro, can we? It's the King Not Queen podcast. Yeah. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the King Not Queen podcast. My name is Nina, and I am your host. Okay. I really hit that T today on the host. Welcome guys, welcome back. Um Weird format last week, but it had to be done. It had to be done. I'm sorry. Um but we're back with the regular format this week. Break was a break. I sure used it as a break and put myself into a pickle that I spoke about last week on my quick rant. But yeah, for a weekly recap, I had a formal this past weekend, my first ever like formal prom type of vibe. It wasn't really like a prom. I feel like it was supposed to be like a prom type of vibe, but it didn't really feel like a prom type of vibe. Like I love how you're just watching me try to figure out what this is right now. What is that? Oh, it's a clock. Oh my god, that I literally have never noticed that before. Anyways, yeah, very fun. There's like millions of pictures of everything. Um Soon to be posted on the Instagram. I'm waiting for a couple more pictures that they were supposed to send to us. Um but yes, um it was very fun. Got to dress up. I literally bought my dress 4 hours before I had to go. I tried on every single dress in downtown Crossing, and only found one that I liked and that fit the vibe. It's not the vibe. So, but yeah, we love the dress. I was a little uncomfortable at first, but then I started to like not care as much. I'm trying to get to that point in my life where like I don't as I began this episode saying the most embarrassing moment of my life, you know what I mean? But I'm trying to get to the point in my life where like I don't care like what people like are noticing because I feel like not the main character me once again, but like I feel like I'm the only person who ever like notices like the little things about people and like pays attention to everything. Like I'm always on the lookout about stuff, any small thing. Literally, I will just like I notice a lot of stuff. And I don't know if that's just me, but I think because I am wow, it's getting deep. I think because I am that person that, you know, notices the stuff in people. I feel like other people are also like that and see it about me, or I think about myself in that like critical way, if that makes sense. So yeah, we're trying to get past the point where like I just like stop caring. Which I don't know how close we are to that necessarily. So still hoping we're good. But yeah, it was fun. Also, as I say that, oh my god, it's so fun. The most stressful, I don't know if this is the most stressful. I feel like it is. The most stressful past 2 weeks of my life have like just gone by. And I'm hoping this week it kind of like slows down. Um, but I had like two papers due, which I just like need to see my grade already. But I had two papers due, and it's not that they were hard. It was just that like I just like waited a little too long. You know what I mean? And then now I have like proposals to do for like new papers and stuff, and I have to make decisions by tomorrow about like what I want to do. And as we all know, I suck at making decisions. So I don't know. I just don't know what to do. But I feel like I should probably reach out to somebody about that. But yeah. And yeah, my last I guess you could say it's like the last full month of college because like all of like we're finishing up March. March ends on Thursday when this video is posted or when the audio is posted. So March ends then, and then we just had the full month of April, which I feel like I forget how long April is. Like I don't know if it's just me, but then we have the whole month of April, and then and then like 2 weeks in May, basically. And that's like, and then school's done. Like I can't even think about the like, and then to come back like June, July to like August seems like not like so much. No, that time frame doesn't seem like it's that long. Oh my god, no, seems so short. Okay, sorry, I couldn't think of the word. It seems so short, um like that summer phase, but I feel like it's gonna feel so long, and I'm like definitely gonna miss like just living on my own, like for sure. That and like I don't know, interacting with people every day and moving around and doing stuff. I feel like hopefully this summer I can like do things. Like I don't know, I always say like, oh, like I want to do stuff in the summer, and then I just feel like I never end up doing anything. But yeah, that's besides the point. So yeah, wrapping up the freshman year, as I should. But yeah, that's really all I have for the weekly recap. The stuff we're getting into this episode is juicy. All I'm gonna say is Oscars. Oscars. That Sunday night. Sunday night. Yeah, it's getting juicy for taking a scroll. Finally, taking a scroll has something of substance. Like I feel like I always like am like pulling for a story for taking a scroll, and I finally got one. So you have something to look forward to. You have something to look forward to. Okay. Um, let's just move on into the next segment because I'm talking too long.
Bad movie and TV show review. Bad movie and TV show review. Sometimes they're good though.
Okay, it's bad movie and TV show review. Mm, mm, mm. Okay. Um, welcome everybody. What is that noise? Basically, we're talking about Ozark today. For some reason, I got this urge to. I don't know why. But I got this urge to watch Ozark. I started last Sunday or what? I started last Sunday, I believe. Now I'm like halfway through season 2. But yeah, I don't know what came over me, but I just like started watching the show and just got hooked instantly. You tell me. You tell me. But yeah, I don't know why I got so hooked on it, but love the show. It's very good. I they they do plot line, or they do character work and development very well. They don't leave any character undeveloped. Fight me on that, because they literally don't. Even the side characters have stories. They remind you of how how their life is. Like every single character has a story, and I really like that no character is left behind. And that's like rare. Like you rarely get that in shows these days. I'm calling you out, Euphoria, because Cat, what was that? Oh, that rhymes. What was that? I'm sorry. And then Jules, what? After like episode 4, what with Jules? Like, come on. So this show really like does a great job with that, in my opinion. Um, but yeah, it's very addictive. It has become my comfort show. It has become the show that I abandon all homework for, which is bad. But I do it anyways because I have a problem. I don't know what's going on. I don't think there's like a fire or something. I'm very confused as to why there's like constant sirens happening. Like I don't get it. Anyways, okay. So that's for Ozark. Wait, I want to say something else, because I just found out that the little brother is supposed to be 14 and the older sister is supposed to be 15. Let's get that right in our heads right now, because that don't make no sense. I don't remember being that much taller than the guys at my school when I was 14. And I don't know if that's just because like I'm just short, but like that definitely was like just not a thing. So I'm very confused as to why that kid is literally a baby. I thought he was 12 years old. I was so confused when they kept saying like he's in high school, he's in high school. I'm like, how is he in high school if like he is a little baby? I'm so confused. Um I have no clue. It makes no sense. And then the fact that like the sister who is 15 was like with a grown man who I'm pretty sure was like an adult. That's not okay. It's not okay. And I don't know why we never came back to that. Um I feel like they need to come back to that. That's like one of, like I was saying, like they do really good character work, but I feel like the only character really missing from that is the daughter. Argue with me with on that one, because I really do feel like it's the daughter that doesn't get enough attention like in the show, and then like character wise, because like her whole thing of like being with the guy on the boat, and then like her whole thing with Wyatt, I feel like her whole story is like fueling Wyatt, and she's only there to be like a I feel like she's only there to be like, you lied to us, blah 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 blah, blah. Like I don't know, I feel like they need to do a little bit more with her, but you never know, they could be, and I just like am not there yet. But yeah, okay, that's it on Ozark. Tomorrow though, tomorrow's Wednesday, Moon Knight premieres. I'm very excited. I will be doing, weekly updates. So like next week I'll talk about episode 1, and so it'll be a little bit delayed. But I'm very excited. I have no clue like who this man is, who the superhero is, like what's like involved with it. So I'm like kind of excited to like learn about someone new. The same way like no, because like all the other shows weren't like new, right? It was like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, What If, Loki, WandaVision, and that's it, right? Marvel. Disney Plus shows. Um, I'm trying to remember if Hawkeye. Yeah, like all the shows that they've had, which I feel like this is like a little bit they shouldn't have done this, but like all the shows they've had so far have been people we know about. So like Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch, Vision, Loki. Loki was a little different for me because I didn't watch the Thor movies, but like I knew who he was, and like What If and stuff like that was all people we knew, we remembered, the actors we knew, we remembered. So like I feel like now, especially like this year, it's like Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, like it's all people we didn't know before. So I don't know if they were like prepping us for like format of the show last year, but they should have tried to weave in like the newer characters and stuff so that I don't know, we wouldn't be like, dare I say, confused or whatever, and like not as invested. I don't know if they want to get like the big names out last year. I don't know what their strategy was, but I feel like it might have been a little misguided. But that's none of my business. As a customer, it is my business. Anyways, but yeah, so I have no clue who this man is, but I'm excited to see Oscar Isaac. I'm excited to see Ethan Hawke. And yeah, um yeah, I have no, I'm going into this like basically blind. Like I've seen a couple ads, but like I don't really pay attention to them. So very excited. But that's all I had. I'll have the weekly updates for you for Moon Knight. I haven't watched anything else lately, so that's really it for bad movie TV show review. Y'all, I really want to see Batman, and I was not able to go unfortunately to see it in theaters. So I'll be waiting for it to come out on HBO Max, and it's supposed to come out April 19th. So wish me luck. Please wish me luck that it comes out on HBO Max. Because I really want to see this movie. And there's another movie I want to see that just came out. I want to see X. So maybe I'll do these next week. X came out, and this other movie that I just looked up the other day too. It was Batman, X, and some other movie that I forgot what it was, but I really wanted to see it. I was waiting for it to come out on like HBO Max. Anyways, okay, that's it for bad movie and TV show review. Let's move on to Artist Spotlight because there's a lot of stuff to talk about Artist Spotlight this week. Okay, peace. Artist Spotlight, yeah, yay. Y'all, I literally did it backwards, and I like hit the camera and then I hit the record afterward. I'm supposed to hit the when I'm supposed to. No, I hit the last time I hit the record and then hit the camera when I was supposed to hit the camera, then the audio record. Anyways, welcome to Artist Spotlight. Like we actually do have a lot to talk about Artist Spotlight. It's been a very busy week for me in music. Um, let's actually, I don't know why it's in this order, but Billie Eilish and Phineas won the Oscar, as they should. EGOT, EGOT. I feel like the next thing for her, it really is like Tony. Like I'm getting musical vibes. I'm getting not her starring in a musical, possibly a little Broadway stint, but I'm getting like she writes a song for a musical or is involved in the musical process or something for Phineas. Like he's also involved in a musical or something. I'm seeing that in their future, but so exciting. I am. I'm just beyond proud of my babies. I'm just so proud of them. The performance at the Oscars, chills. I had chills. I was watching it live. Chills watching it. It was so good. Um her voice is just so much older now. It's so crazy because I started like pretty early. Like I was on in like late 28 or like summer of 2018 is when I got on to Billie, even though like she came out like I'm pretty sure like 2 years before. But I was on before When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go, before Green Haired Billie. So I feel like I'm pretty OG. I hate to be like, I'm not, guys, I'm not a local, but and I hate to be that person, but I know I'm a pretty OG fan. And where am I going with this? Oh yeah, and it's just like so great to see how much her voice has like matured and gotten older over the years. Like it's crazy. Like especially with this song, it came out in 2020, baby. It came out in like February, and um yeah, it came out in like February of 2020, and it's just like so insane that it like 2 years later, like she's like winning the Oscar for it, and it like sounds so different. Like her, because her voice is like older, and I feel she's more confident in like getting up there with like her notes and like runs and belts and all that. Um, and she's singing more with like not me being like Tristan the voice teacher, but like she is like using more of her chest to sing, and I love that like chest singing. It's so great. And yeah, I was very proud of her and very proud of Phineas. Like it's sometimes I find it annoying when they're like, and her brother, like he's also an artist. He's also has like 8 Grammys. He works with other artists. He has his own music. He goes on tour. He's nominated for his own awards. Like he is very well known in this industry. Um so yeah, and he's talented at everything. Like he definitely does give like Kanye West vibes, because Kanye West was the producer, and he was like, I want to be the artist too. And Phineas is like that, and he can talk the talk and walk the walk. You know what I mean? He can make the music and he can sing the music, which is a feat in its own. But yeah, speaking of Phineas, his new song "Naked" came out last Friday. No, last Thursday. Woo! Actually, no, I think it came out Friday. So good. He's just producing the bops. Producing the bops. Like it's so good. His music is so good. Um I feel like he's leaning so much more into like that electric guitar, like melody heavy music, and I fall so easily for that. Like you grab me with like an electric guitar, like melody song, like very like kind of music, you got me. So yeah. Like that Olivia, I hate to bring up Olivia Rodrigo again, like all the time, but like that Deja Vu guitar gets me every time. That song will never get old. I love that guitar. um I used to be like a very heavy drums person, but I feel like over the like past like year and a half, I've become a very heavy guitar, electric guitar, also like bass guitar kind of person, because of like Billy and Phineas and Olivia Rodrigo. But yeah. It's so crazy. You have to say Olivia Rodrigo's funny, because if you say Olivia, like no one knows who you're talking about. But you can say Billy and Phineas, and they know exactly who you're talking about. Anyways, that's my goal with my child, is to name them something where you just have to say. I feel like that kind of the main character in me, but like I feel like that also works with me and like a lot of people I know. Like I feel like it really works with me because like I know that there's a lot of Ninas, but like just the way my name is spelt, like it's you typically say, I'm literally stopping that sentence and not finishing it. But I know so many people with so many unique names where you just have to say their first name and people know who you're talking about. Um which I love that, because I don't know, I guess you're just unique and you're memorable, I guess. Um I'm definitely not memorable, so I should probably shut up about me being involved in that group of people, but I know a lot of people with unique names. Anyways, tangent aside, cold, I forgot to say cold open aside at the beginning. I always say that. Okay. Anyways, okay, moving on. Role model. I saw like an ad for his new song, Never Let You Go, and seen the music video. Miss Emma Chamberlain is in it, and I was very excited that she has made an appearance with her booting. And I really do like the song. It is very good. His voice is very satisfying. I've never really listened to his music before, so I don't know, I find it pretty interesting. And I don't know, I still get very bothered when people put their significant others and like there's like I would say putting significant others in music videos, because like you're just like forever tied to that. And like if you want to move on, like people will be like, your best song is when Emma Chamberlain was in the music video. So like I feel like you really have to believe in your relationship to put that out like that. And I've seen stuff like that crash and burn many times. So yeah. Um Next, I don't even know if I want to talk about this. Um but Machine Gun Kelly, he had an album come out last Friday. I stayed up to, or it was on Thursday night. I stayed up to listen. Um and I was not impressed. Unfortunately, it makes me really sad because I fell in love with Tickets to My Downfall. There's so many songs on there that I go back and listen to. I was hooked on it for like 2 straight months last year. It was always on my speaker, always in my headphones. So it's like so disappointing when the next album just doesn't hit. And like you could argue with Tickets to My Downfall that all the songs sounded the same, but at least like they hit. Like I don't really I really? I don't really care if songs, wow, why do I sound like that? I don't really care if songs sound the same as long as they are good. You know what I mean? As long as the lyrics are good, as long as the beat is good, that's all that matters. If it sounds the same, I can most likely deal with it. But these songs sounded the same and provided no quality. You know what I mean? It's like he just created, and they just like don't give any quality. Like the only song I like is the interlude with Pete Davidson. I like that one. I think I listened to it once, so maybe it's because I only listened to it once, and I'll probably like come back next week and be like, I love Machine Gun Kelly, but like first, first impressions are everything. I'm sorry if I hated the album. If I hated the album on my first listen, what's making me go back to listen to it again? Like that's not even good logic. Like that just sounds stupid. Um Anyways, I feel like I don't know. He has so much potential and he's just like going, oh, I saw this thing about, okay, before I get back to that, I saw this thing about Charlie Puth that I thought was so true. And it made me so angry because I used to love this man. I used to love this man with a passion. I used to love him so much. Albums 1 and 2, always on all the time. And now I can't stand to listen to his music anymore. It's so sad. His new music, I can't do it anymore. This man is 30, this man is about to be 31 years old this year, and he's still writing about, baby, would you be my girlfriend? And I want to be with you. Like, it's done. It's tired. Move on. You've been doing this for like 6 years. Like, move on from that. It makes me so angry because, and this goes into like the TikTok I was, is this playing right now? Oh my God, this is playing. Oh my God, can you hear this? Wait, guys, I'm so sorry. I have to cut this right out and I'll be back because I need to know if that music was playing this whole time. This is going to be so bad. I'm going to be very upset. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm so sorry I had to do that. I just like legit panicked because I thought this music was playing in the background and I was going to have to like trash that whole take. Anyways, still angry. I was thinking about this as I was re-listening to my rant about Charlie Puth. But like, now I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, if you can't evolve as an artist, and like you don't have to change what you like as an artist, but if you can't evolve and recognize that you are sounding the same, and that you know it doesn't necessarily apply to you anymore because you're like 5, 6, 7, 8 years older than you were than when the music you were producing back then. Like I just like don't get it. Like it just really hurts to see because I used to love him so much. Okay, and this goes into the TikTok I was talking about. But the TikTok was like, this man is like a lyrical, musical, jazzy genius. Went to Berkeley, like he is just so gifted musically, and he's producing these songs that are like they're like that are three notes. Like he can do so much better, and they're like it just shows he's taking like the easy way out, and I like can't help but agree. Like I hate to say that about my pride and joy, my love. I hate to say that, but it just seems like a sellout, like just trying to make the quick cash kind of grab, and it hurts. And I don't know if it's just because like his management or something, but like I can't do it anymore. And it just seems like he's going for a younger and younger audience instead of growing with the audience he made with See You Again. Like why? I don't get it. Like One Call Away was very much like good 25, 26-year-old Charlie Puth. Um Not even like 24, 25-year-old Charlie Puth. And now like Light Switch is 30-year-old Charlie Puth? Like that, I don't know, something about that like disgusts me a little bit. Like I don't know. Um Anyways, okay, but about the songs that I liked on MGK's album, I liked maybe a little bit. I liked his song um with Lil Wayne, I guess. And I just like stopped listening after the 12th track because I couldn't move on. I just couldn't do it anymore cuz like it just really hurt to listen to. So yeah, maybe I just need to go back. I don't know what I need to do, but something needs to change. And I hope that other fans are holding him up because I can't do that for him with this album. I'm sorry. I've also been really into old Rihanna lately. I don't know why, but I've been going back and really getting into old Rihanna music. Albums like, for example, hold on, I have them pulled up right here. Albums like Rated R, Hit Different. Like I forget about those albums. And then albums like Unapologetic, like, oh, she just had so many good bops, like, you know what I mean? And they weren't even just like they were like grimy like songs. Ooh, so good. Um and yeah, and the last thing I want to talk about is that I am cross my fingers, hoping, really, really hoping, I'm praying every night that I get this job at a music festival. I really, 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 really want to work at this music festival just because I don't know. I just want to get some insight into how those things are set up. Like I hate to like I'm not even trying to be like, hey, employers, look at me. Like, I want to work at a music festival. But, like, I legit want to learn how that stuff is set up because that is, like, very much related to, like, what I think I want to do in life and work in the entertainment industry and stuff like that. And, like, possibly finance stuff in the entertainment industry. Like, I'm very much interested in that kind of stuff. So, I'm really, 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 really hoping I get to work at this thing. Also, Oliver Tree, Avril Lavigne, The Strokes. Like that's all. Those are the only three people I need to see. I will work every other day, but I just need to see those three people. Um, Especially, it's like so crazy that the Strokes are coming like anyways because I literally have gotten into their music because of Billy and have been listening to them almost every day. So it's just like it's just so crazy that they're coming. And I just really hope I get this job, y'all. Hope I get this job. I think I find out like this weekend or like next week if I got the job. So updates will happen next week. But I really want this job so badly. I really do. I really do. Anyways, okay. That's all I have to say about that. I'm just trying to put it out into the air and hope that I get this job and hope that a million people didn't apply. um but yeah, okay, that's the end of Artist Spotlight. I'm ready for this taking a scroll. I'm ready for this argument. Okay, let's hit it real quick. Taking a scroll, taking a scroll, hey, taking a scroll, yeah. Welcome to taking a scroll. I'm ready to rant right now. Basically Oscars Sunday. Will Smith, Chris Rock. Let me just paint the picture. I came to this Oscars only to see Billie Eilish. Literally, only to see her win. Slightly wanted to see or no, slightly wanted to see, like, obviously, like, best actor, best actress, not even best actress, because I didn't actually, yes, I did want to see best actress, but I wanted to see soundtrack, actress, actor. Also, that happens at the end of the show, but I started from the beginning and made my way through the entire show, or mostly through the entire show. So yeah, very exciting. As I said, the performance was great. They won the Oscar. And then Chris Rock comes up and he's doing like his little stuff. And I really wasn't paying attention too much. Like, I heard the G.I. Jane thing. I like didn't really get it because I wasn't paying attention. And then all of a sudden I'm like looking at my computer screen and just like not paying attention though, because that's just like how I function in life. But and then I see like Will Smith get I see Will Smith laughing, okay? I see Will Smith laughing. I'm like, "Oh, he's laughing at the joke, blah blah blah." That was like, I think, directed at his wife or something. And then he like like, this is my thinking in the moment. Obviously, I know now it was like directed at his wife, or directed at Jada. But all I see him get, he's like smiling. He gets up, and then I see him go like, ugh, and it literally reminded me like that Victorious episode where like Tori punches Jade in the face, and then like acts like that Victorious episode where they're pretending to like hit people and do action sequences when it's really just like a button they press and makes like the slap sound. You know what I mean? So that's what I thought. That's literally what it looked like. It did not look like a real slap. Chris Rock, like, at first was like, looked like he was like, like playing it off, like moving his body. And then Will like turned around and was like smiling as he walked back. The cameras were like ready on him. So I literally just thought that it was, that it was fake. And then all of a sudden the audio cuts out and I thought it was my computer, but it definitely seemed like a something is being bleeped out. And then my computer like glitched. It really did glitch, like the stream glitched. And then it cuts to Will Smith, and I just directly read his lips. I have never been able to read someone's lips like that in my life, but I read his lips and I was like, whoa. And then I saw Lupita in the background and she was like, and I was like, oh, this just happened. And then Chris Rock was like stunned. And I was like, if they're acting right now, like, this is really good. And then it just kind of, I don't know. So I was very confused. I immediately went on Twitter. I was on Twitter before it was a trending hashtag. That's how live I was watching the show. And then like a few minutes later, someone posted the uncensored version the of the clip, and I was like disturbed. Like, I had chills listening to it because something about it just like triggered me, and it made me so upset to hear. I don't know why. I'm not that type of person like to be like, ugh, that wording, that behavior is so gross. But like, literally, it, I don't know, like, it actually like made me feel like sick even. Like, I hate to be over dramatic, but like, it really did make me feel sick. Like, I was like, I was like, ooh, and like I listened to it twice, and it was just the way that it came through like my speakers was just like so disgusting. Like, it was like so bad. Um Anyways, but yeah, so I was like, this is like unacceptable, right? Like, something's definitely happening about this. I'm like, they're definitely like rewriting his card and giving the Oscar to somebody else. You know what's so sad is that I really do love Will Smith. I love that man. I watch all his movies. My favorite movie, like, up there with even Logan, is Pursuit of Happiness. It makes me cry every time. It hits me so hard every single time I watch it. And I just love Will Smith. He's a great actor, and it's taken this long for him to win an Oscar, and it happens on a night he slaps a man in the face. Like, it just like, and then it also just hurts like a lot for the black community because, like, I don't know, it's like, it's, I hate to make this kind of thing, about race, but like it definitely is like it just hurts a lot because it just like there's at least one person out there who's like, great, the angry black man. Like that there's just one person out there, and even though Will Smith is like extremely privileged and rich and successful and all that stuff, he still like boils down to being a black man. Like he can't change that fact about him. So when any action he does is inevitably a representation of the black community, and it sucks because it seems very out of character for him, but for many people who like to make assumptions about black people, it fits right into the narrative, and that just like is so annoying. And I hate seeing stuff like that. I'm like, great, you just like played into the stereotype, dude. Like we're trying to get away from that, and like you're just like being the angry black man. Like it's just like, it's so aggravating to see, and to see him just like be defended also hurts because to see him be defended also hurts because it seems like just like an endorsement of violence. And I like let me phrase this differently. Not that I like violence, but I like a good fight. Like I like to no, I don't like to be angry. Let me rephrase that. Being angry is an okay feeling. Okay? Being angry is okay to feel. It's just like a natural human response. But to act on your anger is like most of the time unacceptable, especially in like someone said like if this was at a bar, I wouldn't say it's acceptable, but it's a little bit more appropriate. You're at the Academy Awards, everyone is dressed like black tie formal, and you're gonna slap a man in the face on national television. Like, how do you look? Literally, how do you look? It's not even about how you look, because like obviously it looks a certain way, but what has come over you that you had to act that way? If that was me and I made that decision, I would be so ashamed. Like in the moment, obviously I'd be like, yeah, I just did that. But then after that, I'd be so ashamed that I would probably leave. I would probably leave, and if I won the award, I'd have someone accept it on my behalf or something, or tell them to like pick somebody else. The academy to pick somebody else, because I would just feel so ashamed, and when I want to be there anymore, if I knew that my actions could have caused some people to be upset. And what really irked me during what happened was that when he won, he didn't like apologize to Chris Rock. You don't really have Obviously he did have to apologize to the Academy, but the first apology should not have been to the Academy. It should have been to Chris Rock, the man that you assaulted on national television. That's where the first apology should have gone. But what really made me upset was that people were just like standing up clapping. If I was there, I literally would have just sat down the whole time. I would not have given him a standing ovation. I would have sat down. I would have clapped because he did do great work in King Richard. I thought it was a great movie. Um, I just wouldn't have stood up because I'm not proud of that behavior, or I'm not clapping for that, endorsing that behavior by standing up, because when you do, you're ignoring the fact that he just assaulted somebody. Sorry, that he just assaulted somebody. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. Like, how did that just happen? So like, I don't know, it's just like like I can't believe he got standing ovation. And then it's like the reactions on Twitter also really bothered me because I feel like I'm not in the middle on the situation, but I'm definitely not over dramatic about the situation. So I'm not like the side of people who are like he should I'm not the side of people that are like he should be arrested. He could have killed somebody. This is crazy and blah blah blah. I'm not on that side, but I'm also not on the side of like defending Will Smith. Like, that isn't happening. I'm not saying he should be. If this happened elsewhere and he was just a regular man, he would be in jail. But he's not, and you kind of have to take that into consideration because he is wealthy, famous. Um it's just that like he definitely hold on, I can't think of what I was gonna say. Um it just like, yeah, I'm definitely not defending him though. So I'm definitely like, what he did was wrong. He should have never done that. The joke was like not even, as someone, okay, I as someone who whose identity is really shaped and influenced by like their hair, and especially being a black woman, I definitely understand like people's frustrations with like jokes about black women's hair and stuff like that, and coming like just like my family background and everything. Like I understand why certain things can be offensive, but what Chris Rock said, and like obviously everyone is valid to their own opinion, if that's the phrase, I really don't know. But what Chris Rock said did not come across to me as attacking her alopecia. Like I'm sorry, it just did not. None of that did. He made a joke about her having a shaved head, and she has said, which I just saw on TikTok, but she has said she has chosen to shave her head just to embrace what's going on with her condition. G.I. Jane also, I'm pretty sure, has shaved her head. So like that is where the comparisons come from. Chris Rock is not on the stage, and I literally do not care about their background and beef with each other, because that does not, just because he says something before does not mean you can get up and like slap him for on national television. Like it just like doesn't make any sense over that kind of joke. Have a conversation man to man, family to family about it. Like don't do that. Like you just don't do that. It's like we've been taught for so long not to like be not to be violent, but to not hit people because they said something mean. You're supposed to hit people to defend yourself. You know what I mean? Defend yourself like physically, not because he said something a little mean. Like it doesn't make any sense. Um I don't know. And then also just another thing that kind of just makes me mad about the situation is that like influencers, oh my goodness, I literally can't stand influencers. Like as much as I love to be like I love blah blah blah, I love blah blah blah, certain okay, if you're like a Twitter person like Keon, Trin Level, a bunch of Twitter people, if you're like those people who are always live tweeting, where Twitter is like the platform you have like the most engagement on and like people to reach out to, like you're okay. But if you're like Brandon Cavillo, if you're like Trisha Paytas, like Charlie Puth too annoyed me with this, but it's like people just trying to cash in to get that quick engagement is very annoying and has become like a trend within, obviously like people are gonna comment on stuff if it's gonna get them engagement, i.e. me right now talking about Will Smith, but it just comes off as, I don't know, like you are literally just saying it because everyone else is saying it, not because you actually have an opinion about it. You know what I mean? Like I saw so many tweets being like, "What just happened? Man, Will Smith really got him." Like it's you're really just saying nothing. You're not bringing anything new to the table. We heard it. It's a trend. It's on the trending page. Everyone and their mother is talking about what just happened. You're not giving anything of value, of substance to the people who follow you. And it's literally just to like be on that page to get people to look at your Twitter feed, to then go to your YouTube channel, to then watch your video. That's all I get from that. Like when you're not adding value, you're just like making a comment. And obviously that's what Twitter's for. Twitter is to like comment on stuff and bring an opinion to the table. But just like, I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly, but that kind of take of, just like grabbing the headline and like putting something random together is very annoying. I hate that. But yeah, that's all I have on Will Smith. I had like a David Dobrik update, just that he's just like, I just like don't, it's just like so makes me so angry, cuz like how do you just ignore stuff and continue to be successful. Why is society like this? Why does social media enable like this behavior? And especially why do men continue to have careers when they have clearly done something wrong? Like, you know how many female influencers have just been erased from platforms and just like completely like disregarded after like controversy, but male creators are able to bounce back like it's no big deal. Like Jenna Marbles got called up for like behavior that I feel like you that I feel like was not, I don't know, just got called on behavior and has essentially just been not erased from the internet, but has removed herself from the internet because, like, I don't know, I guess she just like didn't feel safe on the internet anymore. I think that's what the story is or something. And then like Laura Lee or whoever that girl was who was like crying about like something on the floor or whatever. Essentially, like, I haven't heard her name in so long. She has not been she cannot raise up to the same level. Tati Westbrook, after all her drama, like hasn't been the same since. And it's just like crazy how like if she tried to ignore it, that would bring up a whole like field day on like Twitter and stuff. But like David Dobrik can ignore like legit accusations and like almost like killing his best friend. It can continue to, be sponsored by DoorDash. Bothers me. Like, does that not bother anybody else? It literally makes me so angry. Like, it's so annoying. But yeah, that's all I had for taking a scroll. Let's move into the closing because I have to do homework. Thank you for watching this podcast today. As you can see, I moved into a more comfortable position, laying down on the pillow. But make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's Nina King. There's a picture of me and a bunch of the podcast. And make sure to share it with your friends, If they need something to listen to while they do homework, if they need something to listen to while they take like a morning stroll, you know, tell them about the pod. Um Watch the video versions too because I put a lot of love. Well, it's not that I put in a lot of love. It's that it takes me so long to edit and put together because I have to match the video clips, and it makes me feel good when people appreciate that. And then we're loving the consistency. I'm here every week, brother. Brother, I'm trying to be here every week. Um and now I guess I just have to claim the room I want to be in early because people don't pay attention to room book. So it look like I need to put a label on the door before I even get down there the night before. I should have done that last night, but I didn't. Um, but yeah, okay. I feel like I have a pretty good like southern accent. That's besides the point, but I feel like I have a pretty good like. I feel like it's because of Ozark because Ruth has like this accent that's very easy to replicate. Anyways, let me stop because I'm embarrassing myself. Okay, that's it for the podcast. If you have any story sessions, talk sessions, movie sessions, TV show sessions, any suggestions at all, email me at kingnotqueenpod. Again, it's kingnotqueenpod. Don't forget the pod at gmail.com. If you're a brand, not DoorDash, not HelloFresh, if you're a brand that wants to, not SeatGeek, I'm sorry, I'll still use your app, but do not ever sponsor me. If you're not one of those three brands, I'll accept product over money. I always say that as a joke. It's a joke. But email me at King Not Queen Pod. Again, it's King Not Queen Pod. Don't forget the pod at gmail.com. Thank you so much for listening. Tune in next week. Watch the video podcast. Love y'all. Bye. Bye. Bye.